Now going. So welcome everybody, and welcome our special guest speaker, Carol, which I know needs no introduction, as we all know who the Carol is. However, I am going to introduce her because since this is going up on YouTube, people watching this wouldn't have a clue who Carol is. So Carol is the owner and prioritist of
Proprietor.
Sorry, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're an English teacher, Stephen. Holy smoke.
I'm going to mute you, Anne.
Okay.
Or do it so they have to put their hands up.
Yeah. But as I was saying, so Carol is the store with the mostest. She is our local connection for all things scrapbooking, card making, and mixed media. And we all know her very well because usually this group, we meet at Carol's store in normal times. And so I thought it would be nice to have Carol on to tell us about what new things she's getting in the store, what has happened in the store, how things have changed during all this time, and yeah, everything like that. So I'm going to put Carol on first, people, before we do our show and share, just in case she has to leave us. I said it was no obligation for her to stay right to the bitter end. She may have other things to do, or we may bore her silly. So,
well, you guys never bore me. I just have the grandbabies here today.
Yeah, well, that too. So, Carol, without a further ado, you are on, and I'm going to spotlight you if I can find my button for okay, why can I not spotlight Carol? What's going on? I had this problem last week for some reason at one point in time. Anyways, you can go ahead, Carol. I'll keep playing.
Okay, not a problem. So as most of you have been in the store already, you can see that there's a definite change in what we're carrying in the store now. So before we had all this fun COVID stuff going on and the government shut us down from actually opening the store, we really pushed a lot of online. You probably saw us more on Instagram and Twitter, a lot on Facebook, a lot of more newsletters going out and so on and so forth. So we really had to learn how to use social media and the website as a selling tool. That worked out very well actually for us. It wasn't awful. And orders were coming and going every day, and it got us through that really, really rough time. So when they opened up the idea that people could actually come into the store and shop, I was ready because our store, as you know, I really like it spacious, so we all have room to shop. That's really important to me. I can't stand being in an area where you're just like, claustrophobic, you can't move without your bag hitting something. So our store was very spacious. So we had the opportunity that as soon as they said we could open, we were ready. We had all the hand sanitizer, the plexi, everything, all that stuff was already in line. So what I did notice, and this was a benefit and thought of your group very, very much so, is people were starting to watch YouTube, Facebook Live videos, a lot of followers for Tim Holtz, Vicky Booten, Heidi Swap, all mixed media people and mixed media product. So our mixed media area has extended itself very, very much. Yes, we still have card making and scrapbooking supplies, but the mixed media stuff has definitely been increased in the store, where maybe we had 10 or 15 alcohol ink colors, we now I think carry 45 with alloys and all the applicators, and very rarely are we out of stock. The Tim Holtz has done super job on clarifying a lot to do with the papers and why those papers are important and what do those papers do. Stephen, you're huge into Tim Holtz. I should have probably just come to you in the first place for clarification. But so we have been very educated with tutorials and videos to be able to teach us as well. And then that gives me the information to be able to teach you guys how to use the product. So mixed media, YouTube has just been phenomenal. I don't know whether it's just people are tired of doing the same thing, or they weren't able to come into the store to pick up the kits like we used to have, or the scrapbook layouts, and maybe they were being adventurous. I mean, we tried for a long time. Stephen, you know, when you were in the store, mixed media, you mentioned it and it's went like this, like, oh my gosh, you want me to do what? So now a lot of those customers are just swinging over. So now our store is actually scrapbooking, card making, mixed media, very, very strong in all those areas now. We order what we can't have because obviously I can't have everything. Although Fred keeps saying, why not? Like, because our store's not big enough, right? So, but definitely an increase in that. Also what happened was that we got a lot of new customers through this. People Googling us. So our Google ranking has gone up again too, which is good. But a lot of new customers, and not just, and I'm finding more mixed media again, thanks to YouTube and the Facebook Live, right? I'm sure you guys all follow Facebook with Tim Holtz, the what is it? Tim Holtz Addicts, sorry, for lack of a better word. So I mentioned that in my newsletter, and next thing you know, the ladies and gentlemen are coming into the store going, we really hate you for that. So with that being said, we do have all the social distancing. Everybody has to sanitize their hands when they come in. Really, really important. And basically for those that want to just kind of scooch by that part and go, if you want to touch anything, you need to use a hand sanitizer, please. And so that's worked out. You know, we're just working on things, waiting for things to open up. I did get clarification though, just for your guys' information, our crop is a go. We have enough room there to do the social distancing. So we're not asking for any more payments required. So don't rush to the store to do that, because I mean, that's not till November. I chose November hoping that we were going to be good. I'm just waiting for a little more information. But as far as they're concerned, and we're ready to go with the crop. Nothing is changing. We're waiting to see what the rules and regulations for food will be, because as you guys know, we usually have a buffet. And I can say this now, Stephen, because they're all coming, except for you and Carolyn so far, I think. So that's all being taken care of as well. So everything is going in a positive manner, slowly but surely. And as I said, the mixed media has really, really popped up. So I think if you guys ever go back to doing classes in the store, don't be surprised if you have a wait list now, Stephen.
You need more space, girl.
Yeah. Right?
Bigger store.
Yes, I know. Fred always said, well, why don't you just get a bigger store when we were looking for a location? I said, because I can barely manage this one. You know, if you look at all the tiny little things that we have, you know, it's a lot to keep track of and make sure that we keep all the inventory and keep customers
Big
happy.
things only.
I'm sorry?
Get big things only.
Oh dear. Well, you wait till you see what's coming. You guys are going to love it. It's a secret. Lips are sealed. But yeah, so that's really about all. But I do appreciate all of you still supporting the store and coming out or ordering online and custom orders. I appreciate every single one of you.
Well, that's great. Now, Carol,
Love you.
Yes.
this is for the people who aren't part of our group, but will see this on YouTube. Can you give us your contact information, like the store's contact information, address, your Facebook, that kind of thing?
Of course. It's Class Act Inc., INC, and we're located at 295 Simcoe Street South. That's in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. Have to add that in there. And our phone number, can that too, Stephen?
Sure.
Yep, 905-240-8400. And our website is www.classact.ca. So CLASSACT.ca. I think I got it all.
Yep.
And our hours are Monday to Saturday from 10 in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But our online store is open 24/7.
And people, do they need to call you to make an appointment if they want to come in shop, or they just come whenever they want to? And
they can come whenever they want to. We do monitor that if there is a lineup, that they please take into consideration that does happen once in a while, not too often. We're pretty lucky. It's pretty sporadic. I think there's been twice where we've just had to have people wait for things. So if you're comfortable, you can call and I can let you know if there's people there, but that doesn't mean that when you get there that there's not going to be people there already. So it's kind of a hard thing to deal with. Something that we did do, and I do it for a couple of customers that are really, really housebound, very, very strict on not going out, they will phone and make an appointment for after hours. And I do try to accommodate that.
Okay, that's great. Now, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Out of all the new products that you've been getting in, is there something that really stands out for you as exciting, that's a must-have?
Gosh, we got so much stuff in right now. The must-have, which not just me, but a lot of you probably as well, is when Tim Holtz bought the alloys out, it brought life back to the alcohol inks. So the alloys are super, super popular, which of course made then the alcohol inks popular. So that is something that we sell all the time. Now with my Facebook, which is Class Act Inc., for Facebook, we do Inspirational Thursdays. So it seems to inspire people again. So it's also bringing out what was old is new again, i.e. embossing powders. Ultra thick embossing powders. So that's on Thursday. So again, that's all rejuvenated and people are super excited about that. But overall, I'd have to say the alloys would be the big thing.
Okay.
For the stuff.
All right, that sounds good. All right, does anybody have any other questions for Carol while we've got her on the hot seat? Oh, your little tongues are all tied, are they?
Are there any days that are busier than others, Carol? You know,
I'm sorry?
Are there any days in the shop that are busier than other days, or is it just kind of across?
Do you know what? It's hit and miss. We have been trying for years to try to figure that out. We even have programs to track it. And you'll be really busy maybe Monday, Thursday one week, and then the next week you're busy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So there is no specific time. I think it's as people are feeling, oh my gosh, I just watched this video, and you see them coming in with shopping lists. So I think the videos have a lot to do with it, and that really seems to help a lot. But as far as busy days, I couldn't tell you from one day to the next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say that most of the time when I've turned up there's just been, it's been, you know, we've been able to go straight into the store. There've been a couple of other people in there, but it hasn't been a problem. Gina was there one day when I was there with my friend. So
yeah. Well, we have a nice social distancing area in the store too. I didn't allocate just 6 feet. We divided the store by sections.
Yeah.
So the one section is all mixed media. Then the next section goes over to dyes and heartfelt. Then the other side is stamping. And then the other side is, of course, our big Stamperia and Ciao Bella paper pucks, things like that. Yeah. So we did do some thinking as to how the store was laid out when we did the social distancing aspect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I know Joe, all of you have been in the store, I think, except for Caroline.
No, I've been there too. You just not been there when I've been there.
Oh, sorry. Circumstances.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm happy that you have someone there when I'm there.
Yeah, we've got a good backup team. What can we say?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Stephen.
I was going to say, anybody have any other questions or comments they want to make? Well, we've got Carol. No,
Well,
everybody's tongue is
tied.
tied.
Talk to me then.
Well, then
I'll take care of those grandbabies.
Yeah,
I will, definitely. Lots of hugs and kisses.
Yeah, so thank you, Carol, for that, and you're welcome anytime to join us. You know, you don't need a special invitation. Well, you do. You need the invitation to the Zoom, but that's easy enough to get from me by just emailing me. But you know, you want to join us.
I might surprise you guys.
Well,
I might surprise you.
Well, you're more than welcome. And the same goes to your staff in your store too. If they want to join us at any point in time, they can. If they would like to come on here as a guest speaker as well, you know, telling us what they're doing, because I know they're working on designing projects and things for you.
Yeah, Jen especially has gotten really into the mixed media, and she's using the Spectrum Noirs, which are similar to oxides, except that the colors are more vibrant, and doing up little cards and stuff. I'll definitely talk to her. And I know Alicia would probably like to share something as well. She's all over the map with all the different projects that she works on. But no, I'll talk to the girls.
Yeah, we'd love
Definitely.
to have them come
Great.
and share what they're doing too, and they're more than welcome to. This is
Yes.
not a closed group. We will
Right,
take
true enough.
other people that
If
share
you
the
want, I could put it in the newsletter for you as well.
Sure, that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah, but what they have, what you should put in then is my email address, so
Okay.
that they can email me so that I can send them the invitation. That's just the only way you can get on. You have to have the
I think
link.
that's a great idea. I think that you'll probably get quite a few because on our newsletter alone, we have followings from all over the place.
Yeah. So
So
you've
that'd
got-
be good. But thank you for asking me to join you. I appreciated that. But I might have to work on something and share it with you.
oh, that
In
would
your
be
spare
great.
time.
Right, in my
Yeah,
spare
in your spare
time.
time.
Well, you guys, I hope you watched the Inspirational Thursday when I was using the ultra thick embossing powder. If you didn't, you need to watch it because it's right up your guys' alley with all the little gears and stuff like that. So definitely go back and watch it.
It was awesome. I watched.
Oh, good. Thank you.
It's not necessarily on at a time that I can watch, but I do go back and check to see what you've done. So yeah, I'm glad that they're there.
We share them. We share.
Thanks are
It's
not
good.
not a good night
They're a
for
good
me.
resource.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank
This
you.
night's not a good night for me either. but
Okay, well, I guess you guys can have Stephen back.
Okay, well.
Thank you so much, and
Yeah.
thanks for always coming to visit the store. We really appreciate it.
Thanks,
Well,
Carol.
There.
You're
Thank
welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
And take off. Okay, so that.
Steven, you've muted yourself or put something over top of your microphone.
No, I didn't.
Okay, guys, I'm going to head out. So have a wonderful day and stay creative.
Thank you.
you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Bye,
Carol.
babies.
Okay,
Bye.
you should be able to hear me. My microphone is on.
Steven still can't hear you, or
Okay,
barely.
barely. All right.
What have you done?
I don't know.
Have you unplugged something?
No. Just a second. I'm checking.
Can't hear a word.
All right. What's going on?
I'm reading lips.
And it's very small.
Yeah.
He's in a while.
Can you hear me now?
No,
No, no sound.
no.
What the heck's going on? Okay. Bear with me. I don't know what's going on.
Do you need to go out of the meeting and back in? Do we need to do that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I saw the no, I don't think so, because you spotlighted yourself.
Can you hear me now? No.
No.
Unmute my, oh, what's that one? Wait a second here. My microphone, no.
The miracles of modern technology.
Yeah, when they work, they're great.
I don't, okay, I don't understand.
Do that many buttons you can push.
Do you need to log yourself in on another device?
Maybe.
Oh, wait,
there
let's
you
do
are.
that.
Oh, what, you can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
You hear
Can
me
hear
now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
weird because I don't know why, because I didn't do anything.
Yeah, the volume's a little low, but we can hear you now.
So my volume's low.
Yeah.
All right, just a second. Let me see if I can. Audio settings.
You seem fine now.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're fine. Don't play with anything
Fine?
else.
Don't
Yeah.
put
Don't touch
anything
it.
else. Well,
Okay, all right.
Don't
Don't know
mess-
what that was. Unless it had something to do with my internet connection and maybe it bumped a bit, but everybody was fine on here. But anyways, okay, so you can hear me now. Everything's fine. Okay, good. So we're going to go to our little share and show and share. So let's go to Dana and to Kirsten. Kristen, are you still there?
I got
Kristen?
nothing.
and I'm just gonna pop out and try and text Pat and see.
Okay. Okay, so
I've got nothing. I got nothing.
you've got nothing? Well, what do you
What are
guys
you guys working on?
What do you got? Yeah, what are you working on?
We're making card bases right now. We're going to,
Do the smooshing technique.
The smooshing technique.
Smooshing?
Yeah, so what I saw, which I can share later, Nicole Spar, she's like a Jennifer McGuire. She used a stamp recently, just a crackle background stamp. She used white embossing powder, and then she used oxides to smoosh over top of it and make just make a really neat background. So smooshing is you take a piece of packaging, like the clear packaging around anything, like the thin stuff, right? And then you just put a pile of ink on your work surface, spray some water on it, pick it up, and then smoosh it. Literally called smooshing. You can do it with regular distress inks. That's what I usually do. So we're going to do that today.
So crackle glaze first, and then
No. We used
It's a crackle stamp.
stamp.
oh, a crackle stamp. Okay, yeah,
Crackle
all right.
stamp.
Yep.
You could use anything. It would just need to be something with like a lot of pattern, like thin lines kind of thing.
Like
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
but not, yeah. And then she just did that, and it was just a really neat effect. The background the crackle gave it because of the smooshing and the color. She used oxides again, but we're not using oxides today because I'm not a big fan of them, and I only have a little bit of them. We're going to see the difference between regular distress and oxides today when doing that technique, because you do have to spray it with water, so it's already activating the oxides.
Yeah. I
So
love
we're going to do that, and then Jennifer McGuire did something recently with a jelly plate. So Dana wants to play with my jelly plates.
Okay, so how about on our next gathering that you guys show us that? Be our demo people.
It sounds good. I vote you
Okay.
do that.
Okay. Ann says yes, so that's going to happen then. It's going to happen. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Everyone who volunteered you this time.
When's the next date?
It's
Couple
the
weeks.
23rd, I think.
You're
Just let me double check.
I'm at the cottage. I don't think I
No,
can-
20th, Sunday the 20th of September.
Oh, I
Yeah,
might be
'cause-
okay. I don't know when we're going yet to the cottage.
Well, you can't go then. Simple as that.
Well, you know
Okay.
what? I won't be here either, so don't do it. Don't worry.
Oh, well, geez.
I'm going to be in Prince Edward County that weekend.
Fine.
Nice.
Be that way. Jeez.
Well,
And speaking of people being away, I remember Pat said she wasn't going to be on today because she was going to be away. I think she goes to the cottage or something.
Oh,
Yes.
that's right. She
You're
did say that. Yep, I forgot all about that. Okay, so that explains why Pat's not here. Okay, well, let's put it this way. If you guys are on, or whenever you're on next, you're demoing.
Okay.
We'll
Fair
put
enough.
it that way. Okay, so let's move right along then to Caroline.
Okay.
Put you on Spotlight. There, you're on Spotlight. You're on.
Right. So I actually did, if I can get the thing, an ATC.
Oh, happy
Excellent.
birthday.
Very
that's
nice.
nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Because
Like
the theme
those.
was Happy Birthday.
Yes.
And that is actually speckled egg distress oxide. I didn't use the distress oxide part, but I only have speckled egg in distress oxide. And just so you know, what I used was, I have this trio of embossing folders from Doris. Sorry, just trying to get the, can you kind of, there. See where
Yeah.
there's the candle,
Mhm.
celebrate, and the balloons. So, and then what I did was I actually embossed a separate balloon and popped it up.
Nice.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
And the happy birthday is from this Stephanie Bernard from when she was still with Sizzix. Sorry, it's,
Yeah, that's better.
so that's just, it has several sentiments and it happens to have the happy birthday.
The other one.
I only screwed up one.
That's my ATC. And then I made this card.
That's pretty.
Nice.
The paper is from Simple Stories. Excuse me. And I just watercolored a background with my actual watercolors. And yeah, this was the thank you card for the people from Algonquin Park who helped
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
right. Yeah.
locating my husband. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very
And-
good.
That's nice. That's
to
good.
being frugal, I actually die cut this shape actually out of the paper as well. So I have the negative space from it to use on another project. Cool. So that's what I've done.
So, anything else you want to tell us?
I don't think I have anything else. Oh, except that I was looking somewhere else, and for our November challenge, I have many more of these. I have some that are 6 like this, and I have some that are the 9 squares.
And I have one that's 12.
Cool.
Oh, where did you get that?
I got them all at Dollarama. And I see them and I bring them home. And I use the little wooden thingies, when I get around to it. And so last time we were chatting about this, I thought, I'm pretty sure I have a 12 one. So yeah, I do have a 12 one. So,
Awesome. I'm going to have to go to Dollarama. I drive Kristen this morning to the Dollar Tree, and I don't think she's going to agree to leave now and go to Dollarama. So I'll have to go another day.
Well, the other,
well, I have a Dollarama just 5 minutes down the street from me.
So
So
does she.
So do I.
yeah.
Nice and handy.
We can walk there.
Yeah, I do too.
And after last times, I went and got a bunch of those butterflies and the feathers.
Mm.
Oh,
I got them from Dollar Tree.
The Dollar Tree is further away from me. I have to actually get in the car for that.
No, I know, but I got them from Dollar Tree, those butterflies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we went there, and they were at the Bowmanville one too when we were there today.
so if you go to Dollarama, you'll get, why am I not showing up here?
You are now.
You are now.
I am now? Okay.
Oh, no, there's Caroline.
You can find, oh, that's disappearing into my background. Well, isn't that nice? I'll
Yeah.
pull it this way. You can get these Halloween ones, and these have a little bit bigger divided box in them, I noticed. Too. But the Dollarama seems to have a whole bunch of these, not just the Halloween, but ones with the other things in them too. So there's lots of them. And I've already started working on mine, but I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing, but I'm doing something fun.
Oh, you're special, Steve.
I am special. Thank you. That's what everybody says when I'm on the short bus. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to Joanne. You're in the spotlight.
okay. I haven't really been working on anything. I'm kind of formulating in my mind my ATC cards. So I do have some happy birthday paper. I'm gonna try using those up. And the only other thing I did was I have this journal. It's a Diane Reedley. It's the smaller one.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah, so I just started putting color on some of the pages. I got out my my gelatos. I haven't used those in a long time, so I just got out my gelatos and started scribbling with them to just put some color on the background. So I'm just going to do a whole lot of collage and, stamps and stencils. Yeah. And
Okay.
that's it. Thank
That's
you.
it. Okay, that's short and sweet. And
Yes,
so let's go
that's
to
me.
Anne. She's in the spotlight.
Okay, well, I did my ATCs, and they're like mini birthday cards. So, you see them?
Cool.
Yeah.
And they're all, the backgrounds are all the same, but the things on the front are different, because I have the 8x8 of the Stamperia House of Roses, or whatever it's called. So I just cut the tags out and inked the edges a bit, and found a birthday wishes thing. So they're like little birthday gifts.
Cool.
And again, using up my stash of flowers. So I've been doing that. I have a friend who's turning 87 in a couple of weeks, so I just made her a card this morning.
Nice.
You're really into the
Nice.
foil, aren't you? You're really into the foil, aren't you?
Well, I have some foil tape, washi tape.
Oh, yeah.
So there's the inside. So
Oh, that's pretty.
It's a little crooked, the tape, because I eyeball everything. My eyes are crooked. A few sessions ago, I mentioned one of the magazines that I bought had jungle things, so I've made the cards.
Oh, cool.
I haven't put the sentiments on yet because I thought I'd wait and see what
You can use it for.
Those are nice.
what. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, they are, aren't
Oh,
they?
that's pretty.
And the paper
Yeah.
was all in there, so all I had to do was basically cut and paste.
Hmm.
And these are the die cuts that came, so that was really pretty easy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Very
that's what
nice.
I've been working on.
I have something
Okay.
to share. I lied.
I'm
What's
done.
that? Who's?
I have something to
That's
share.
Kristen.
Well, Kristen, we've already been with you. We'll come back because now we have to do Gina, and Gina's in the spotlight.
I didn't know Gina was here.
There's Gina.
Is your
I
microphone on?
Gina shared. Gina
Still
shared.
mute there, she's got it.
There we
Now
go.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I always mute myself so I don't, cough or anything and end up in the spotlight. Okay. Okay, I'm having fun with this, which was my birthday present, the Tim Holtz owl, Arthur. And after I got him, I realized there were 15 pieces, 15 dies, and 39 little pieces to put them together.
Oh my God.
You've got to go right down to the toenails, individually cut and put together.
Grief.
So I pre-cut a bunch of stuff and put them in one of these because I had all the beaks, the eyeballs. I think there's 5 cuts for the eyeballs. I made 3 of these little guys. They're really cute.
Yeah, they
I
are.
mean, I don't know if you can see them.
Yes.
And I used the Tim Holtz, that core paper, so they're nice and sturdy.
Mhm.
And also, it cuts really nice branches if you want branches for Halloween and that.
Those are nice.
And the one thing I made, and I posted this, I'm on that Tim Holtz Attic site. I posted this, what I made, because I thought after going to all that trouble to like 2 days, 1 day cutting, 2nd day assembling the Arthur, I'm going to keep one for me, put it on my bulletin board. So I wanted to do something different, and I made this.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's really neat.
I put it on, this is like it'll hang on my bulletin board behind me. Sometimes you just need the inspiration. I used some of those feathers.
Mhm.
I just used the vintage photo to make them look a little more vintage. And there's some Stamperia paper behind it.
Yeah,
Is
I
is he so
recognize that.
And I put it on, the circle that it's on is like a base from a cake or cupcakes or something. You know how you get those circular bases and the cupcakes are all on them?
Mhm.
So that's what I sort of used in the background. Anyway, I posted this on the Tim Holtz Attic and got over 200 likes
Wow.
and over 63 comments, and that's just since yesterday. So I felt pretty good because I think the people on that site are very talented. So I was happy to get some feedback on it.
Yeah, well, that's
Beautiful.
beautiful. Maybe you can talk to Tim and get on his design team.
Oh no, that would be way too much pressure. But
Yeah,
But you
but
know
that's
how-
really nice.
you know how we like to alter things, and I think I learn a lot on his site. Things like how to take those little tiny bottles and put a face in it and make it look like a face underwater, and all the really neat things that they teach you on there.
Yeah.
And is that on Facebook again? Is that on Facebook or YouTube?
Yes.
On Facebook.
Yes. Facebook, Tim Holtz Attics. And I really love the site. And this Arthur die, I waited a long time for it. A lot of people in the States had it before us. And I watched, there's so many variations because Arthur, some people do them with plaid and some do them like Snowy Arthur, Christmas Arthur, Halloween Arthur. I just really fell in love with that dye. It's a bit pricey up here in Canada. It was over $40, but you know, it's a really nice dye, and that's why I decided to make one for myself for inspiration.
Yeah, that's good.
So
Yeah.
if
So-
I make some more, I'll show you them. I'd like to make different
Yeah.
seasons for Arthur.
Oh, that's a neat idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. That. Okay, so is that everything, Gina?
Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you. And we'll come back to Kristen. What you want to tell us? Show us.
We're at Dollar Tree today, right? Dollar Tree. And we got, these are wood. So they're wood shapes. They're wood shapes. We have a star. We have a snowflake. And we have an ornament. And there's a Christmas tree. So I'm going to take stencils and paste and stuff and, like, you know, design my own ornament to hang on my wall for Christmas. Cool.
That's a
And
neat idea.
yeah, and they have a Merry Bright.
Oh,
And they had a bunch of, oh, hold on, let me move it back here. I don't need this bag. They have snow. And they have things that you can make your own snow globes with. So it's a ball, it opens up.
Well, I bought one of those. Yeah.
These are $1.25.
Yeah.
Can you bring it into the camera?
Oh, okay. So there's a,
Oh.
ornament.
Oh, okay.
And then this is a snow globe.
oh, a snow globe. Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
And then they have a little mason jar. That's also an ornament that opens up.
Wow. Oh, that's
Christmas workshop getting going.
Right? So
Did they also have like the little bottle brush trees and stuff to put inside them?
do you have the bottle brush trees? They have like little snow stuff. They have styrofoam balls in 2 different sizes.
Okay.
They have gold, red styrofoam balls and silver. They have this stuff, which is the snow, like the classic, probably lead-based from the 50s snow.
Would be the one.
And then they have a bunch of other stuff that I have little items and stuff at home. So I didn't buy more of that. I just got a bunch, and they have regular balls too, like to do your own, so you can use them with alcohol in. But they're, you know, they're $1.25 each. They're pretty nice sizing. But these, I just thought these would be great. You can stencil them and use, like, you know,
They're a really good size.
yeah, like the star. I mean, you don't have to do Christmas with the star. You can just do whatever. They're 1/8 of an inch thick. And yeah. So that's my show and tell.
Well, Gina, those wooden things might make good backgrounds for your Arthur.
They didn't have
Yes, I think they would, because as soon as I saw them, I thought, boy, you could put a Christmas Arthur on one of those.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That would be kind of fun. Okay, so my turn. So
Your
I will
turn.
spotlight me and show you a couple of things. Okay, so Gina was on the craft and chat session that we had earlier this week, and if you didn't catch that, it's on a rebroadcast on the YouTube channel. And people were showing some really interesting stuff, and there was some mixed media in there as well. It starts off with a little bit of quilting, but one lady on there, she's a regular on my Stephen and Walter Live on Sundays. Jeannie, was it Jeannie or was it Andy? They're sisters. Two girls. Who did the journal? Gina, do you remember? Was that Andy? I think that was Jeannie that was doing that did the journal, but she's trying to learn how to use watercoloring. And she's got this journal that she's going out and copying nature things, and she definitely has a natural talent. But her journal is gorgeous, what she's putting in it. And I said to her, you should scan these pages because they would make excellent background pages and mixed media stuff. And some other people suggested she should be selling them on Etsy. That's how great they were. But you can check that out if you go to the Craft and Chat on my channel. But one thing I did demo or talk about was actually this, the oops, it's disappearing. Okay, you put that and it disappears. Hold it in front of me. The clear resin by Ranger. I got this at Carol's store and I finally tried it out. There's a big thing about using this with alcohol inks, and I'm not overly impressed with it. I don't know if it's because I'm not using it right, but I did create 2 tiles using it. Oops, you can only, okay, one at a time. Okay, down here I'm in front of my boobs. Here you go. I have to do pasties. See, that's this hand. All right, get it there. So I did some paint pouring kind of thing with it, but with Liquitex paint. And what I did was I just mixed up the resin as it tells you to do on the instructions, and I added some of this Liquitex ink to it and poured it like paint pouring onto the tiles and let it do its thing. And then when it dried, it takes 3 days to cure. It cured okay, except it feels soft to me. Still, it's got kind of a spongy texture. I don't think these would be any good on anything that's hot. If you were, like I'm using them as coasters out in my patio, okay on cold beverages, but if you put anything hot on it, it's going to stick to it. You're better off to use some of that other resin, you know, like the casting resin or stuff like that, because it dries much firmer. You do have to be careful when you mix this stuff up that you get your proportions right. It's a 1-to-1 with the 2 bottles, and so you can't freehand it, and I didn't. I measured very carefully because I knew that, and you have to stir it well for about 1 minute, or no, 2 minutes too. So you got to follow the instructions exactly. But I'm not that impressed with that at all, really. I'd much rather use the casting resin that you can get at Curry's. I think you can get it at Michael's too, but I think Curry's is a little cheaper if they have it in stock. So anyways, there's a whole thing on there about that. In fact, what I found out was I wasn't recording when I did my demo at the beginning of it. So I redid the demo with myself and spliced it into the video. The other thing, Walter and I are working on some Halloween decorations, and this is Walt. Oops. Okay, let me move back so it doesn't disappear. There. This is, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the virtual screen off because that's causing me some grief here. Neat idea, but no cigar. Okay, let me take that off.
Beautiful quilt, by the way.
Yes.
Gorgeous, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe before I take that off, I'll just move over to the side. That is all embroidered, each one of those panels. Each panel takes, there's 16 of them. It takes over 2 hours to embroider in the machine. And then, of course, you have to put it all together. It is a wall hanging. You build it like a quilt, but it's a wall hanging because that sucker weighs a ton. You wouldn't think that much thread would weigh that much, but it does. But I'm really happy with it. Now I'm working on a Christmas one as well, which is just as involved. And it's based on, you know, who did the painting? Starry Night. That's Van Gogh. Yeah. It's based on that, but it has Santa in it and looking off. It's really elegant looking. I started it a couple of months ago, and then I got waylaid by this one and other projects, so I got to get back to it. But not done with the Halloween stuff yet. Now, let me just see if I can turn off that virtual so you can see this better. Okay, virtual background. I want none. Give me none. There we go. Okay, now it won't disappear. So this is all embroidery. It's called In the Hoop. It's a combination of applique embroidery, and you make the panels and you put them together and you get this 3-dimensional house. And this is one of 2. Walter made this one. and he's making number 2, and I'm working on one that's called the Mansion. It's in pieces yet. I just started it today, this morning. But these are really cool, and what you can do is they have a hole in the bottom, and you can put a little tea light, or I've got these LEDs that change color, and they look really cool. They glow out through outside of it. Plus, they've got a couple of standalone pieces like a spooky tree and tombstones that go around it. So it's like a little miniature village. They take a while to make. Anything that you do in the machine for machine embroideries like this, it's a lot of detail, but they're a lot of fun to do. So that, and here's something for Gina and for Joanne. Steampunk embroidery
Oh,
for Christmas.
awesome.
I just bought these designs.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
And I'm thinking about making them. I just did all 4 designs that I bought onto one to see what they would look like. But I'm thinking of doing a table runner, Christmas table runner with Christmas fabrics and these on that, and possibly matching napkins to go with it too.
Oh,
as
nice.
well.
Beautiful.
Each napkin have a different thing on it.
Exactly. That's the
Yeah.
thing. So there's a Santa, there's a corner holly thing, there's a reindeer, and then this sort of, I don't know, compass
Steampunk
kind of thing.
snowflake.
But there's
Snowflake.
gears and everything involved in them. And
Wow.
I was looking at that. That's pretty cool. I like that one.
yeah, I think that yeah,
That
they'll
holly,
make,
flag. is-
yeah. So if I could figure out how, actually, I think I just figured out how. Okay, you might be getting a little surprise one day in an email. So look forward to that. I just thought of something. Okay. So anyways, that's what I've been all working on. And okay, so if nobody has anything else to show or share, then next thing is, I have on my list up here that I'm looking at, reminders. Well, don't have any reminders. Anybody have any Oh, it's just that when November 22nd, we set for our little Divide It Box challenge. So that's then for the big reveal.
November.
Yeah, of November. So we got lots of time. But I don't know about you, but I have found during this whole COVID thing that the time has been going by really fast, which you would have thought would be the reverse. But I guess it's because we're all trying to make ourselves busy all the time because we can't do our usual stuff. So
Well, I
anyway.
had my son and daughter-in-law and 2 grandchildren here for a few more days because the renovation's a never-ending story.
Oh, yeah.
They're finally done. They're home. That's
Oh,
not happening, but oh my gosh, wears me out.
now you can breathe. So,
Yeah. But
okay.
it's,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
no art was done for that time.
No art. Oh, okay. Not even with the grandchildren? Because you usually do stuff with
I
them.
know. Usually Delphine wants to do all kinds of things. This time, no, she only wanted to read. So I thought, okay.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
good with that.
Okay, well, whatever.
Yeah,
Okay, so plans for our next meeting. Our next meeting right now is scheduled for Sunday, September the 20th. And I'll do the usual. I'll send out the link for that a few days before and everything. Maybe I'll remind Carol to ask Jen and is it Alicia?
Alicia, yeah.
About if they would like to join us, and if they'd like to show us some of the things that they're working on too, that would be kind of nice. And again, if anybody's got any friends or whatever that you think want to join us, then just give them my email address and I'll put them on a little list that I have, a separate one, and I'll send them the invitation too for our upcoming classes or upcoming sessions. And so everybody's okay with September the 20th, except possibly Dana, who's going to
And
be.
I won't be there either because I'm going to be in Prince Edward County that weekend.
Oh, that's right. Are you going to wine touring?
Well, we're going to look at some breweries and stuff. Bob turns 80 in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to be 75 this year. So we decided to have a little mini holiday to celebrate since we're not going anywhere.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah. So we go for the weekend. I'll go to Ecstasy Crafts on the way, and then we'll go down and look at tea shops and wineries and eat some nice food and
Yeah, if you go down to Bloomfield, there's some gitchy little stores there, but there's a nice little restaurant. Walter and I went a couple of weeks ago, and it's like a patio kind of thing, and they're very, you know, you have to wait until there's a table available, but they call you on your cell phone, they take your number and everything, and they do everything with all the restrictions in. But it was called Bermuda, I think, is the name of Bermuda. Yeah, it's right on the main drag of Bloomfield. Well, everything's on the main drag in Bloomfield because
Yeah.
the street's long.
Town, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like the menu was limited. They had like a burger on it, a couple of other things, but Walter had the chicken sandwich, and he said it was really, really good. And the burger, I thought, I don't know what they use for their seasoning, but I thought it was very, very good as well. So, and of course, they've got some craft beers from the area and around too as well. So, and I kind of liked it. The patio is very nice. It's almost like you're indoors because it's all covered in grapevines all over on the outside. So it was really nice. And it's sort of a few steps down from the street, like it's right on the street, but it's kind of sunken. You can go. So I thought it was kind of cool for it.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so any other new business or anything that anybody wants to bring up before we say bye-bye?
Oh, Stephen,
Yes.
when you send out the video on that from this one, will you invite us to your other craft one again?
Oh, yeah, I can put a link in for that. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I enjoyed that. That was
Yep.
very interesting, and there are people from all over, like in the States.
Oh, yeah.
And some of them had really good ideas.
Yeah,
It was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. And that one, there was a lot of ideas generated from what they were showing. And that's why I want to put it up on the YouTube channel, because I thought, yeah, everybody, like, it's like this too. All the stuff, you know, that you guys are showing and sharing, people get ideas from it. And we're starting to catch on as a group because I'm watching how many people have watched them each time. And it's been going up with each show. None of them have really reached out to me and asked if they could be part of our group, but I'm open to the idea as long as you guys are. If someone does say they want to join in and become international out of this, and maybe with Carol putting it in a newsletter, maybe we'll get some locals, you know, the other ones that never thought about this before. It sounds like Carol's store is going really into the mixed media much more heavily. So good for us. Yeah, so I will put that link in the show notes for you all too to go to it. But it's easy to find too if you put in, you know, just do a search, craft and chat, and put craft and chat Bland Designs. You'll find me, but I'll put in a link for you. Okay, anything else before we sign off for today?
That's it.
Okay, well, great. I hope yep, you have something, Ann?
No, I was going to say stay safe.
Oh, okay. Yep, same thing. Stay safe, everybody. We'll see you in a couple of weeks' time, and if not before. And tune in this afternoon if you want to Stephen and Walter Live at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because we will be talking about you. You think is that a threat? Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm leaving now. Bye-bye. See you guys later.
Thank you.